sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, SarahSpiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch SarahSpiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Love me, hold the
Oh, there's a light right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 96.9 and 103.9. And we're really glad to be connecting with you here tonight. There is a light. And we are going to share information all across the globe right here on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope, on my SarahSpiritual.com website. And we are going to be connecting to our callers at 888-565-1470. And tonight we talk about joy versus fear. Who's going to win? How you doing out there? Is everyone feeling a little out of sorts, a little concerned here? Well, we have the power. We have the power within ourselves to recognize what is going on around us, but not allow it to rob our joy. Because if we worry, then we rob ourselves of this moment. And that doesn't mean that one does not notice and pay attention and recognize. But whenever bothered with a problem, a situation, a circumstance, when you put yourself in the energy of the fear, the worry, the concern, then how can we ever make it to where we want to go? We cannot, because we'll be so consumed with the fear, the hurt, the pain, the worry, that we'll miss the opportunities along the way. Today's the day that you have. Today's your joy. Today's the opportunity for you to embrace everything that's important to you, for you to feel that love is the answer and the power, and that you have the power to embrace the feeling of accomplishment, the happiness factor, the recognition that good things are coming. There will always be something that will go on somewhere throughout the world. We see it all the time. At the end of 2019, there were fires in Australia. Just the other day, we send our love and our prayers, tornadoes in Nashville. So there'll always be something that will occur. Could be a wreck on the interstate where you live. But does that mean that when you walk out the door, you worry that you're going to be in an accident? Or does it mean that you recognize that things happen and you trust that you're protected, that your angels, your guides are with you? The power of God, your divine presence is the ever-governing force in and around everything you do. Therefore, you are the force of the motion of the power of the source. Now, that might sound like a bit of mumbo-jumbo to some of you, but think about it. Think about the light that resides within you. Do we not start the show with, there's a light that shines bright in all of you. And that light has the power and the ability to transcend anything. So do you choose to use your light for what you would like to have in your life, for the shift that you want, for the wellness that you desire? Or do you use your light and let it burn out, dim out? That's your choice. We all have some mojo, so to speak. We all have some power. Do you use it for good or for not so good? Do you choose joy over fear? When was the last time that you were really afraid something was going to happen in your life? The fear that you felt, how did it feel? And then when you look over the fear and the outcome, did it really turn out as badly as you thought it would? Most of the time, majority of the time, it does not. But we choose to waste our energy in this debilitating paralyzation known as fear. And fear, well, is false evidence appearing real. So you choose. There are many people who will be faced with challenges. The human psyche, the human spirit, the soul of you is more strong than you ever imagined, is incredibly invincible. But we look at the frailties, we look at the flaws. We compare ourselves to others. We recognize that others have gone through things and we figure, well, if it's happening there or happened to them, well, it could possibly happen to me. And the minute you start that train of thought, becomes a runaway train. All aboard the fear train. And fear begins to carry you to places you never imagined your imagination could go. And you become enveloped in the energy that disempowers you. So although we know that there are some bits of information, some factual information, that we want to take note of during this transitionary time, but that doesn't mean that it has to fill you with fear, because it will not be everyone's story. But I know if we listen to the story the way it's told, it makes it sound like everyone's going to be in trouble. Is that your reality? If you are the central point of attraction and that which you focus your attention upon becomes that which you draw unto you, why would you give it more thought than other than to take a precaution and then let it go? You can't outpower God, can you, with your fear? Well, you could. If you choose to allow it to disempower you, because the minute it disempowers you, you separate yourself from the source light within you, that governing force. So you get to choose joy or fear. Let's think about joy. Let's think about the elation, the happiness. Think about all the happy days that you've ever had. Think about that moment in your life, or those moments. And how did that feel? How did that feeling feel for you? You see, by recognizing the power of that feeling and the feeling of the love that fueled that experience, that filled that innocence and joy and wonderfulness that was your experience, whether it was a graduation day, a birth, a marriage, a vacation, an accomplishment, whatever it might have been, it could just have been being accepted into a group with your friends when you were just 5 years old. That could be the time that really made you shine, made you feel excited, made you feel welcomed, one of the pack. But now that the pack's running a little fearful, do you want to be one of the pack? Or do you want to hold on to the thoughts and the feelings and the energy and the plans of your tomorrow, the intentions that are directing your energy for tomorrow? Do you need to let it become this rock that's picking up momentum? Yes. Be aware. But don't let it rob you of your joy. Don't let your need be driven by fear, because all your desires and needs will be met. We're ever protected. And then there's this hypnotic effect that all of this is having. And it's putting you in a state that isn't the state you came to be in. I know. Sometimes I want to sing the song from Annie. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Sometimes it feels that way. But is it really? Is it really a hard knock life, or have we had some experiences that knocked us down? But remember, the human psyche, the human spirit is very strong. You can pick yourself up. We were so excited coming into 2020, weren't we? No reason to lose that excitement and that enthusiasm. We're just taking a pause. We came into the year and like, oops, there we go. Some interesting things. But where's your heart? Put a little love in your heart. I hear that song in my head. Think of your fellow man. Lend him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart. No, but according to the American population, we're going to stock up on toilet paper so we can put a little love in our toilets. I don't know. What are we going to do with all that? Really? It will be what it'll be. Just trust. Trust that you're protected. And those of you who have a circumstance, a condition that makes you have a concern, not a fear, but a concern, then take the proper precautions. And then it'll be what it'll be. But remember to help each other. It's reminding me of the days of the hurricanes here. People running around here in South Florida like the sky is falling. So, Chicken Little 1 and 2, Roger Wilco, get your toilet paper, get your hand sanitizer, and then let it go. Just trust. Trust that the divine plan that brought you here is not going to take you out quite that way. You just want to be aware. You know, we've had a momentum of fear that's been being built up on the planet for a while. Started a few years ago when we were brother against brother, sister against sister. Seems familiar, yes? Mankind repeats itself. And as we've been in this energy, we're judging each other, looking at each other and deciding who really was on the right side. A lot of it started in the political arena, but that's okay. Everyone has their differences. But it created a divide. Are you going to let it divide you further? Further from your God, further than your friends, further from your family? Every man for themselves? Are you going to recognize that this is when you get tested? This is when you get recognized as the divine being you are by choosing to take the path of greatness, the path of trusting and realizing, just like Dorothy did in The Wizard of Oz, her greatest teaching tools. She had the power all along. It was in her own backyard. You have the power. You have the common sense. Do you think the common sense of washing your hands left you years ago and suddenly it just came back? Poof. Do you think the regular precautions you've been taking haven't been good enough? Well, then that shows you something, does it not? That you need to honor your health. You need to honor the temple that is the body that God gave you so that you can have all the joyous moments. You know in your heart where you are. Make your adjustments, but don't let it rob you of your joy. Do not allow yourself to get caught in the fear and lose yourself as if you're alone. The mind is a powerful tool. It can be used for such greatness. But isn't it crazy the way it takes you down that dark rabbit hole and leads you to a path that you never knew was possible for yourself? Of worry, fear, concern. And it's not just limited to a disease, financial concerns, employment concerns, family concerns. We're always navigating this. So all of a sudden, because there's a spotlight that could have a ripple effect, suddenly we're going to get consumed with fear. Do what you need to do for yourself to prepare yourself, but don't allow it to grab a hold. The angels are with you. Archangel Michael can protect you. I know, I could see a scientist right now going, SarahSpiritual, what's Archangel Michael going to do? And I would say, Mr. Scientist, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised in the miracles that can occur. But if we're running around in fear, angels can't touch this because we're a different frequency. We're not in the alignment of divine energy. So, not that they're not going to come intervene, but they're going to be like, well, we're going to let these people figure it out because they're rolling around like marbles on a hardwood floor. They don't know where they're going. Yeah, angels are kind of up there going, wow. But if you ask for assistance, if you pray, if you ask for peace, if you recognize the temple that is you and honor it and care for self instead of putting your nose in everybody else's business. Take a good look. What can you shift and change? What can you do? So there will be times that we stumble and fall. But you've gotten up. So don't allow a momentum of fear to grab you so that it robs you of your joy on the journey to pass through this. Because this too will pass. This too will pass quickly. And you will have all the opportunities you need to have life the way you desire it to be. Just use your inner guidance. Fear versus joy. Who's going to win in your world? Later on tonight, I'm going to have my dear friend Rob Mack joining me. He is a happiness coach. Happiness from the inside out. And he is going to be sharing some insight as to how we can tap into our joy. It's interesting, Rob has his own story, just like you. We've all had that moment that we thought, hey, I don't think things are going to work out for me. But it's what you do in that moment when you think that thought that defines you. It's what you use in that moment that brings you to a spot of joy, success, or disempowers you and just drains you of all the happiness you ever knew. You've got the power. We are answering your calls, and I do want to hear from you tonight, and we are answering your questions at 888-565-1470. We welcome you. We welcome your questions, your comments on Facebook. And those of you who are joining us on Facebook, please share the page. Share the light, share the love. Let me know you shared the page. We're going to be answering your questions and chatting with you in the chat room. In the meantime, we are going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we've got phone calls to take. We got Facebook questions to answer. We got some joy to have. Joyful joy. Let's see how happy we can get by the end of this show. You never know. Angels may come and swoop this all under the rug. Stay with us, everyone. Don't you go away, because you know we are going to be right back.
Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story.
For soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with SarahSpiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call SarahSpiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message SarahSpiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Have you heard me? Do you see me? Do you know my voice? I am SarahSpiritual, and we are welcoming you all across the nation right here on WWNN 1470 AM 96.9, 103.9, and 95.3 FM. We are connected, and we are answering questions. Now, in this world, how do we ask a question in this world of SarahSpiritual? Ask a question that's going to take you to a place that's going to give you the guidance you need so that you can open up your path so that you can make all your right choices for yourself. Because this is a journey, and your journey is different than my journey. No two journeys are the same. So we so want to move forward and create the energy of light and love for all of you. So I'm answering questions, 888-565-1470. And I've got questions all across the nation. We've got Jersey, we've got Florida, we've got Texas, we've got all around. And I've got some questions on Facebook. But before I go to Facebook, I'm pulling a question from the phone lines. I've got to go to Miami. And I've got Marie on the line. Marie, how are you tonight?
Hey, Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing great, Marie. And what can I assist you with tonight?
So I met this realtor, and he's kind of helping us out with, like, finding a place.
Yes.
And I just want to know, is he someone I can really trust?
Well, he should be doing everything by the book. So if he says he's going to help you, then you need to make sure he follows protocol.
Right.
You know, it's interesting because I feel as if, and hear what Spirit is saying, I feel as if you're not quite ready to get everything in order, and he's kind of helping you make it work. Does this make sense to you? Okay.
Right.
Careful how much we help it make it work, because sometimes that tends to bite us later on because we're not ready to really take it on. And just because we can do a paper shuffle game and it looks good on paper, later on we may not be able to keep it together. And what good is it to have and then to not have? And that's part of the basis of a lot of things that happened in the 2007, 8, 9, 10 housing market, right? A lot of people were gobbling things up, and, well, all sorts of crazy things happened. So make sure that as he's assisting you, and, you know, it's good to have private lenders. There's different ways to move forward. This is great. But make sure that whatever you're agreeing to on paper, that you're confident that you have what you need to move forward and sustain this wonderful dream. Otherwise, it doesn't pay to rush, even though I know you want what you want. But can you trust him? You can, but I want you to trust yourselves more than you trust him.
Okay.
So that you can have it. But I do see move around you. This year is a great year of expansion. I don't know what your timeline is, but I definitely see that this 2020 time offers you move, and I may push you a little closer to September. I have a feeling you want to move closer to June. So pick accordingly and make sure it's something that meets the budget, so to speak. Yes?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And as far as relationship, how do you see that going?
Are we buying the house? Hold on. Wait. We buying the house with the person that we are in a relationship?
We're not buying it. No, it's renting.
Oh, we're renting. Okay.
Renting.
Still, make sure that you can make all those needs. Well, is their name going to be on the lease?
Yes.
Okay, so sugar, honey, let me tell you, if we're going to ask a question about a relationship, don't put your name on a piece of paper unless you're sure that's the relationship you want to be in.
Right. Okay. Well, we're married. It's just we've been a little rocky.
I understand. So let's not tie ourselves too much more. Let's focus on the communication. Let's talk about the major causes for depression and stress. Moving. Loss of job, marital issues and or divorce, right? So you guys are not in a good place. Let's focus on getting our joy back before we take on more responsibility and just more things to do. Yes?
Okay.
Move yourself forward with ease and grace. If you can wait a little bit longer to make this move, I don't know the timeline, then wait. But let's work on the communication. Let's make sure we both have the same expectations of the move. What do we want the move to represent? What is the person's birthday?
12/13/83.
Okay. They're going through their own little up and down right now, their own person, yes? Okay. Let them work through some of this right now.
Okay.
Definite love there. They're kind of shut down right now. Yes, this makes sense to you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a woman who stands above you. She's tied to, I believe, your father's side of the family. That's where I want to place her. She says the words miss you. Your father's mother has passed. Is that correct?
The thing is, my father passed away when my mom was pregnant with me, so I don't know anybody from my dad's side.
Okay, well, maybe it is father, because on father's side of the family, I hear miss you. So I'm going to leave that with you. That's what I get from the spirit world. It's the first thing that I got when I connected with you. Someone from the other side. On your father's...
My cousin just got killed like 2 weeks ago. That's probably who it is.
Father's side of the family, honey?
No, from my mom.
Yeah, father's side of the family. This is who that is. Okay? Father's side of the family. Father's side of the family. So that's where I take it from. Okay?
Okay.
So you may not know them, but they say miss you. So we will see. All right, honey?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines, and we are welcoming your calls, and I'd love to hear from you. And I've got to go to Lisa. Lisa is in New Jersey. Lisa, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Lisa, and this is a year for you to kind of grow spiritually as well. Have you been working on spiritual growth and expansion for yourself, yes?
Yes, I have.
Okay, wonderful. Lisa, what is your question for me?
My question is, do I have any messages from spirit, well, from my people, from spirit, from my ancestors, from my family?
From your family, from your ancestors, mother's side of the family, yes?
Mother, father.
Yeah, mother comes through here.
Okay.
So, Lisa, why do I want to place, what is this song? Mother Mary, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Mother Mary, is Mother Mary tied to the family on the mother's side of the family, Lisa?
I don't know, but I know it is tied to my father and probably his mother.
Okay, then we're going to place it with his mother, please, because I have someone who says she's Mother Mary, connected to Mother Mary, because I heard the song Speaking Words of Wisdom, right? So I hear that song in the background, Let It Be. So when they're giving me that song, not only do they tie me to Mother Mary, but there's something that's going on around you, Lisa, that they say you kind of got to let it be and let it play out. Does this make sense to you, Lisa?
Specifically, something specific? No.
Okay, let it be. Just let something be, all right? Something's unfolding, let it be. There's also, you entertained the idea of moving and then you changed your mind. What's this move? Who's moving around you?
Moving, yeah, my granddaughters are here.
Okay.
So I don't want to move because they're here. I want to be with my granddaughters.
Okay. So your granddaughters are here, but did you talk about moving, or are they talking about moving? Somebody's moving. There's somebody moving around you. If you don't know that yet, there's move around you. So I'm not going to back down from what they're talking to me about.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I want to. My son wants to.
Okay.
Hopefully we can.
Okay. You're moving. I see move. Let it be. It'll come in the perfect time. Let it be. There's a move coming for you, honey, okay?
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. In the due time, in the perfect time, let the universe take you there. It's going to move beautifully for you. I know it is, all right?
Okay.
All right. Digestion, stomach issues. I place that with you, my dear. You have stomach issues, yes, please?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to have to watch that, Lisa.
Okay.
Do some work with that. All right? Take a look at that. This is what Spirit is telling me. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome,
Have
Lisa.
a good day, Sarah.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you. God bless you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to go to Facebook and see what questions we've got building up on our Facebook feed. I know we've got quite a few going on there. We've got Lisa Musick. Lisa Musick says, hey, Sarah, I need your guidance. She's going through a divorce, and her eldest is having a hard time, and she feels like, well, she just can't quite frankly catch a break. Well, Lisa, the one thing that I'm seeing here for you is that you have this energy around you that needs to focus on building career, building business, building work, building money, building a foundation for yourself and your family. Your daughter is really very disjointed, and she's really, I'm going to use the word acting up, and her personality is not at her personal best. What I'm going to suggest to you now, Lisa, is that you just give her a little space, and she has to go through some talk to someone, some counseling. Spirit is taking me to counseling. So I want you to be in that energy of communication and counseling for her so that she can settle into this. This divorce is going to continue to be a little bumpy. I'm going to take you into the month of May, and then things start to settle out. So let's get your daughter through this school year. Let's get her a little more comfortable, and then things are going to settle out. Lisa, we will send you much healing and prayers during this time. Thank you very much for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another question before we go to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. We are answering your questions all across the nation. Who do we have here? We have Jolie Joy Hansen. She says, when will my happiness factor come to me in 2020? You know, your happiness factor is actually right there in front of you, but you are not focusing on all the aspects of life that are here to bring you joy while you're waiting in anticipation for a life partner and this flexibility and financial stability. When you learn and trust that everything you desire, everything you need is already taken care of, then everything will move you forward. Allow yourself to move forward. Trust that something wonderful is happening for you. And when I spin you into the month of July, I see a lot of growth coming for you. So, Jolie Joy Hansen, I want you to trust that the universe has a plan for you. In the meantime, enjoy the happiness, joy the fun, joy the happiness around you, and just know that you have something wonderful that will await you in the summer months. You are already as you can and should be. Just allow the goodness to come through. Thank you, Joy, for your Facebook question. And what better person to talk to than Joy on a Joy versus Fear show tonight? And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. 888-565-1470. I'm committed to taking as many calls as possible tonight, and we're going to pick up the pace, and I've got to go to Albert. Albert is in Texas. Albert, how are you tonight?
Good afternoon, Sarah. Thank you, as always, for taking my call.
You're welcome, Albert. Good to see you. Good to connect with you. I've got this really strong connection with actually teachers, master teachers. Have you been doing some extra meditation or connection work recently? Because I feel very connected in the energy around you. Does this make sense to you, Albert?
Yes.
And you're preparing for something? Are you preparing for an event or something? Or was there something you were going to participate in? I don't know what's changed since everything got a little weird out there, but is there an event that you're preparing for?
Well, I'm always preparing for something, but yes, I'm preparing for a fitness event.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of success coming for you for that. Again, I don't know what may change as far as timing is concerned, but I do see a lot of success around that. I feel like you're in the zone, right? Not like I went to the danger zone. You're in the Albert zone. You are really in the zone tonight. The energy is strong around you. Makes me feel like you did a lot of extra workout or meditation today. Is that true?
Well, my car was broke today, but normally I do. Normally I work out. Yeah, but today I spent with the car. But I'm still doing some good things.
Yes. It's all good, and there's a lot of good energy. And I actually see the energy of St. Francis around you. Very interesting. St. Francis, the patron saint of animals. Interesting. Very interesting. St. Francis, yes. Patron saint of animals is very much around you. It makes me feel like there's some sense of peace and tranquility that's being brought to you through the love of animals and nature. So just bear that in mind as you move yourself forward. Albert, what's your question for me tonight?
Well, I was going to ask you anything from Spirit World, what you just told me, because my mother's name is Frances.
Oh.
And at her funeral, since I commenced the funeral, I talked about dogs and cats, but she loved the animals.
Okay.
She loved the animals. So I brought up all the cats and dogs that we had over, the 50 years I was in the household.
Well,
but I just wanted to know if you had anything from Spirit World for me.
Well, I guess thank you very much. I guess we did deliver that, yes. And good to know that St. Francis is still with you and that you are still being honored for your love and care for the animals and the peace that they bring you. And obviously they brought your mom. So thank you so much for sharing that feedback with me, Albert. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Well, Sarah, real quick,
yes.
My wife is with me. Her name is Portia. She's still kind of skeptical about, when I call in and stuff. I'll let her give you a birth date if you have anything for her.
Well, you know what? Even if she's skeptical, I think if she's listening to the call, she probably heard enough because I just can't pull names and rabbits out of my hat just for nothing, What are the odds that I'm going to talk about St. Francis and a bunch of animals? We're going to leave it right there, Albert, all right?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye for now. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines, 888-565-1470. I've got to go to Athens, Georgia. I got Georgia on my mind. I got Laverne on my mind. Laverne, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, fine, yourself?
I'm doing
great to be here.
Good to connect with you. Is this your first time calling in or you've called in before?
No, this is my first time, ma'am.
Well, we welcome you. How'd you hear about the show?
A lady friend told me about you.
Lady friend told you. Yeah, well, let me tell you this, Laverne. I want to sing this song for you, Amazing Grace. And that's coming from a woman on the other side. How sweet the sound. Seems like she was kind of connected in her own way, Laverne. Is this making some sense to you, honey?
My mom?
She was very into her worship or her gospel or her connection to God, yes?
Yeah, she loved God.
She loved God.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. And she's up there singing Amazing Grace to me, so I got a direct connect with that energy. You can actually feel that in your body, right?
Praise God. Yes,
you feel that.
Chills.
Gives you chills, and I know that because I can feel her
always
right here.
Singing that.
Well, she must be listening. You know, I love when our loved ones on the other side are eavesdropping. They got bugs all over the place. I'll tell you, beat the government anytime, let me tell you. So they are listening. Your loved ones are listening. I know that she was talking to me, though, about your legs, something going on with your legs or your mobility. You having a problem with your legs. Is this true, honey?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I had a knee replacement last year.
We are not doing the jig just yet. No, we ain't going dancing. No, we're not the disco queen right now.
Healing, having a lot of problems with my foot and my leg, my knee.
Yep, I don't feel sturdy on my feet when I'm with you. So that makes me feel like we're out of sorts. I do want to draw your attention. I need to draw your attention to... okay, now we're going to Donna Summer, Jiminy Cricket. She works hard for the money. Right, so you're feeling like you've worked hard for the money and you're stretching your money and now you don't have enough money and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do. There's a concern, a fear, a lack, a worry that's around you. Is this true, Laverne?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want you to let that go because I feel as if, you know, you're pretty connected yourself. And when I move you in the energy, the first thing I'm made aware of is that they have this ability to kind of nudge you to know what to do the way you want to do it. They give you like a prompting, yes? And you've been thinking about things that you can do that bring some extra money to you. Is that also true?
I've been really thinking about some things.
Yeah.
I even went looking for one job with one lady to take care of her parents at night. And she called me back and told me she's going to put it on hold for a minute. So I'm just...
But something's coming. Something's coming. It's coming. Be it her or better, something's coming. So keep putting your feelers out there. I know you're concerned about finances. I know it's concerned about lack. It's showing me we're stretching the money. You know, use this time to trust that the universe is going to deliver you and bring you something even better than you ever imagined. I am in this energy of joy and happiness because I want to spread this table. Honey, it makes it feel like you had a big family or a lot of people would come to the family gathering here. I want to spread the table out there. And I want to put flowers in the middle of the table. Who liked the fresh flowers all the time? Is that mother or grandmother? Because there's fresh flowers in the table.
My mom.
Your mom.
She always said, "Bring me live flowers while I live."
Yeah. She don't want no live flowers when she's dead. She ain't gonna know the difference, right?
That's
okay.
right, ma'am.
I know that.
Never wanted dead flowers while she was dead. Bring live flowers.
Well, she sees live flowers on the table. She's showing me flowers on the table. I got that table right there in front of me. I got the people lined up. I got the bowls. Like, we got bowls of food. Like, if I'm hungry, I'm coming to your house.
All right.
They've got a lot of food, right? And so the feeling that they're making me aware of is that there's a birthday or an anniversary, a banquet, something that we celebrate. So it makes me feel as if mom's birthday or anniversary or someone close in the family's birthday anniversary is coming up in the springtime.
My oldest son, his birthday is coming up, and he's not doing so well.
Okay.
Through the court system. And,
and what does April have to do with your son, please? What does April have to do with your son?
Oh, April. April is my mother's birthday.
Well, Jiminy Crickets, what you think I'm talking about, honey? Like, where's a birthday celebration? She wants a party. She may not be having her bowl of food, but you can have the food. April, she gives me the month of April. So we got to celebrate her.
We was talking about maybe going down to South Georgia and have a little, letting balloons out and stuff.
And having like a little dinner, a little party, right? Yeah.
A dinner, yes, ma'am.
Well, now that we talked about it and Mom's in on it already, and I know, and you know, and she knows that you know, that I know, that we know that there's a party coming on, girl, we better have that party. You better be letting up a lot of balloons.
All right.
It's going to be good. She'll be there with bells on.
But not for my oldest son and my youngest son.
What's your oldest son's birthday? Because that's of a concern here.
March the 18th.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm made aware of here with him, this boy,
a lot of trouble.
He troubles his middle name, honey. He just don't know how to find anything but trouble.
Why is that?
If he turns down a street corner, that's all he's going to find is trouble because he doesn't know where to go to stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Well, here's the catch here. There's a part of him that doesn't feel good enough. And he's not leader of the pack. He's the follower. Yes? So he's getting caught up in other people's stuff and then showing up at the wrong place in the wrong time. Now, he's got something happening. It's talking to me about 2 months or 2 years. Is there something that he's in front of the courts for that's coming up in 2 months, or is there something that if he's in trouble, he's going to go for 2 years? What is this, please? Not clear to me, but that's how they describe it. It's like something, and it's in front of a judge, it's in front of someone, and there's a decision, and they're giving me the number 2. What is that?
Okay, he's been doing court. He's been doing a lot of sessions with through the VA court and the regular court, and they say instead of sentencing him to jail, they rather sentence him through the VA court. And with the VA court, he's really been struggling.
Yes.
And he's getting really frustrated.
Well, he better toe the line.
That's what I keep telling him.
Just keep keeping on. He can't get frustrated, otherwise they're gonna throw the book at him. He's got 2 months or 2 years of stuff he has to accomplish. Well, let's go with 2 months because that's what it feels like. It feels short. He can do anything for a short period of time, honey.
2 months if he goes to jail?
No, 2 months if he can just follow through with what he has to so he doesn't have to go to jail.
Okay.
Otherwise, he could go away for 2 years, according to what they show me. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything.
Okay. Yes.
I'm just reporting the news.
And he's a good guy. You know, he got his own house. He got the house and this and that.
I know.
Military.
But he doesn't think.
But he does not think.
Okay. Because somewhere inside of him, he sabotages himself. And that's something that he needs to talk to a counselor about. That's something he can grow from. But they're waving me off. I've got to go for now. I have to go to commercial. Well, no, honey, this is not a free whole reading. This is a question.
Okay.
So, Laverne, I hope you go to Facebook. I hope you go to YouTube. I hope you look up on SarahSpiritual. I hope you give me a review.
What's the name of it?
SarahSpiritual. SarahSpiritual. SARAH Spiritual. Look me up on Facebook. SARAH Spiritual. All right. Thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to our family. Stay in touch. God bless you. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, everyone. Please don't go anywhere because we are connecting. We are answering your questions all across the nation. So,
thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye. So we're going to go take something from Facebook. Is that what you want to do before we go to commercial? Let's grab something from Facebook. Where's the clock? All right. So we've got Culture Piedra. Culture Piedra says, will my future furniture business grow? Oh, I love that. First of all, I love the picture, Culture Piedra. Let me take a look here. Business and furniture. Why do I feel as if there's something that we're not doing that we need to do for the business in order to get it to move and move forward? So I've got here 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 months of you building up some connection, some marketing in order for you to go to take more business in the door. So we've got to put a little bit more effort into our marketing. When I spin you out into the month of August and September, in that particular time, I am seeing that there's going to be great success coming to you from that business that you have, but you've got to put in a little bit more time and a little bit more marketing. And 888-565-1470. We've got our special guest, Rob Mack, who's going to be joining us when we come back at the 7 o'clock hour. So we are going to continue answering your questions. And stay with us, everyone. Don't you go away. We are going to be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? Shines down
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can also visit www.SarahSpiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or SarahSpiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
For soft, rich, and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize, and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with SarahSpiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Safe haven in this crazy world.
gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, SarahSpiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch SarahSpiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light.
Oh, yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM 96.9, 103.9, and 95.3. And we are answering your questions all across the globe right here and on Facebook and on YouTube and Periscope and anywhere else you can seem to find us. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and we are connecting you. And I just have to make a comment. I just loved making a connection with Laverne's mother and grandmother energy, because that was so powerful for them to know that there's a party that they're planning, and I know that they know that we know that they're going to do a party, and they give us that information. That just lets you know that we are always connected and we are never alone. And no matter what is going on in your life, even with these things that they are talking about in the news, for you to remember to stay centered and know that you are protected and that you are always in alignment with divine energy, divine presence, and the energy of your loved ones who have gone before you and paved the way. And they are holding the space for us to navigate these bumps in the roads. They went through their share in their experience, and now we have our life to navigate, and you have the power within yourself to choose the joy or choose the fear. We recognize that things may appear a little scary, but do you want to feed into the illusion? Or would you acknowledge that there's something going on and then trust that you will be fine and enjoy the joyous moments in the moment of now and not lose yourself in the fear, because that will attract to you all that you do not desire? Well, we are really excited because tonight is the night that we get to reconnect with my dear friend, Rob Mack. Rob Mack and I were actually able to spend some time together in Miami on Friday. We made that connection, and I was able to be on his show and be a part of EverTalk TV. You know, Rob Mack has got some interesting things going on. He is the happiness coach. Now, who better to have in a night when we're worried about a little fear than the happiness coach? Because we've all navigated things in life, and sometimes it's the perspective and the way you place it within yourself. You know, he's been seen on Access TV, Access Hollywood, Good Morning America. He's been the host of EverTalk TV. He has been just about everywhere, and I think that he was just on GQ. That's the rumor that I heard. I thought I saw a picture. I've got to ask Rob about that. So without further ado, I got to bring a little happiness, put a little love in your heart for Rob Mack. Rob, how are you tonight?
So good, Sarah. I'm so happy to be on this show. I just love connecting with you, and I love you so much.
Thank you. We had a great time on Friday. Thank you so much for including me. I appreciate that.
Thanks so much for coming on EverTalk Live. You're so incredible. Like, every time I talk to you, I learn so much, and I feel so much love and so much light, Sarah, and you are just such an inspiration to me and millions of people. I'm just so appreciative that you were able to come on this show and we were able to feature you.
Thank you. So, Rob, GQ, tell me about that. What's going on?
Yeah. I know. Well, it's so funny because I was a model for like 12 years, and I never did do GQ, but I always loved the magazine. And so recently, a friend of mine, a guy named Glenn Marston, started a campaign called the Imperfectly Perfect campaign. It's all about celebrating mental health, and it's about mental health awareness. And so I just shared my story with him, and he's a photographer, and he shared, the campaign and my story and few other people's stories with GQ, and they decided to pick it up, and they ran it, and so it's available there online, and it's on my page. I don't know if it'll go to print or not, but that was awesome, just to help people understand and realize that the opportunity to be happy is always available to all of us, right here and now.
It always is, and I'm going to draw your attention to something. So way back when, in your modeling days, you're like, Jiminy Crickets, I sure wish I could be on GQ. That would be just like so golly good, right? And you're thinking about that, and think about all the energy you put in that. That went out into the energetic field, and the universe brought it back to you, not just with a realization of a desire that was fueled by, the world, but a desire inside that is fueled by your ability to assist others and sharing your very powerful story of how you had to navigate your bumps in the road. Rob, people think that when you're on television, when you're on a talk show, that you didn't go through a thing or two, but we are all human. Yeah. We all put our shoes on 1 foot at a time unless someone's got a trick I don't know about. So, Rob, tell us, how did you make that transition from that difficult time, that sorrow, that wondering what's life all about, to now finding happiness and joy in everything you do?
Boy, what a great question. I mean, so poignantly put. Like you said, I was suicidal. I mean, I was so deeply suicidal. I was depressed before I was suicidal, and I probably was suicidal for at least a decade. I would literally think about suicide more than I thought about anything else in my life, just because I was so miserable. I would basically say that the transition came for me when I sort of decided to do something about it, and I, researched the ways to kill myself. And in that moment when I was going to do it, when I was going to slash my wrist, I mean, honestly, I can only chalk it up to divine intervention. I think that I feel that I'm one, that we're all one with life, that we're one with God, one with Source. And, in that moment that I was going to, kill myself, I felt more peace and more bliss than I ever had in my life. And at the time I didn't understand that. But now as I look back, I can clearly see, the ways in which just quieting my mind led me to the experience of peace and silence and stillness, which led me to postpone the suicide thing for like an hour at that point. It wasn't very long, Sarah, just a little bit of time to do a little more research. And then inch by inch, by basically listening to programs like yours and reading books and watching videos and just throwing myself wholeheartedly into the study of what makes life worth living and what's life all about and how are happy people happy, I just began to sort of dig myself out of that deep, dark, depressing hole that I dug for myself.
Mm. And, so many people are feeling that hole right now. So much is going on in the world. So, Rob, how does one navigate fear, our own programmings of not being good enough, life isn't the way we want it to be, and now we're being hit, all of us, simultaneously, energetically, with something that is of grave concern to the human race in a way. So people are worried. So how do we stay in that happy place?
Boy, isn't that a great question? Well, there are lots of ways. I would say that, the first, for those of us who are very, quote-unquote, practically minded, it's like, control what's controllable, and so you do the simple things that, folks tell you to do in terms of, get some reserves and wash your hands and these kinds of things. We all are mostly doing that already anyway. So you control the controllable, and then secondly, you don't try to control what's uncontrollable, right? Other people and other things, and, spending all day watching the news or listening to the news or on, social media profiles or platforms that are feeding your fear and feeding your worry, concern. Well, that's never going to help, right? So staying off of those things. And instead of doing that, sort of filling your mind and your heart and your soul with programs and shows like yours or other things that are uplifting, that are inspiring, that make you feel happy and at peace. I think at the end of the day, it's very difficult to experience a reduction in fear and stress and anxiety and actually put yourself in a better, more positive, productive, and profitable place to attract or create or manifest whatever you want in your life, unless you're dedicating larger and larger parts of your day and your time and your energy to cultivating your relationship with the divine, with God, with Source, we can call it with yourself. The more that you do that, the more time you spend with those kinds of activities and consuming that kind of material, the more quickly you discover that the fear and the anxiety begins to leave you alone because you started leaving it alone, right? Like when you start leaving that stuff alone, it doesn't stick to you as easily, and you don't take as much interest in it. So the key is just not to feed and fuel the fears and the stress and anxiety by turning it over and over in your head again, by consuming material or content, or being on the news or watching the news, all day, every day. That's not going to help.
No, it's not. They've already told us what to do and not do. So how many times do we need to hear that, right?
Need to hear it.
It's like, okay, Special Ed 101, let's go, people. But, it's so interesting. True. When you were speaking earlier, Rob, I heard something in my head. So when you were in that moment that you took the time to just wait, I'm not going to quite call it quits yet. I'm going to wait. Yeah. And you stood in that stillness. I believe then at that moment, it's almost as if the knowing, the divine knowing, acted within you and brought you that peace, because that divine knowing knew what was ahead of you. And that if we could just connect you with the knowing of the future that was before you, even though you yourself at the time, feeling hopeless and helpless, couldn't see it, that programming was there. So we all have a programming of what the future can look like on the bright, sunshiny day. But we are distracted by things in the world. How do we keep our mind from going and being distracted? Is there a science to that? I know you've spent much time studying. What's the science behind that?
Yeah, so it's a good point. So, focus and attention works like a muscle. So just like when you go to the gym and you do reps and you get stronger. So you do a certain number of repetitions and a certain number of sets, you get stronger and stronger. Same thing with any sport, same thing with anything you want to learn to become good at in the world. The recipe is very simple. It's like just practice and continue to repeat that practice until it becomes automatic. In the beginning it feels very effortful. Over time it becomes increasingly effortless to the point that it's automatic, and it's just, at some point it'd be actually, for me, for instance, for the gym, it's actually easier for me to go to the gym than not go to the gym. And I know to a lot of people who don't go to the gym, they say that's ludicrous, but we all have experiences like that in our life where some things are automatic. So if you simply practice, you build this muscle called attention and focus in a direction that is healthy and happy and productive, right? And so that's the first key, is just learning to practice the thoughts and practice the feeling and practice the vibration that you want to become automatic. And at some point it begins to take over and sort of live a life of its own for you. The second thing I've discovered, and I want to hear what you think too, Sarah, is that a huge piece of this is prioritizing happiness and peace and love, essentially feeling good above and beyond any particular circumstance, condition, or outcome. It's like once you suddenly or finally commit to making like happiness and peace and self-love your main demonstration or your main manifestation, you attract all forms of abundance from that place of sort of being the source itself. And so that's the second piece. I think a lot of us, we get lost because we're so focused on the results, we're so focused on the future, we're so focused on what's outside of us, that we want to stop for a second and look deep inside to realize and to feel and to experience and enjoy the very source of all of those circumstances and conditions themselves. And I simply call that the practice of the presence of God, or I simply call that the art of happiness, or the art of self-love, or the art of peace. But when you prioritize feeling good above getting the right answer or getting the right result, you tend to find that you get the right answer, you get the desired results much less effortfully, much more effortlessly, and with much less time, energy, and effort. And so that's been, the sort of two keys for me is, one, it's practice, and second is it's knowing that above all else, the reason I want to achieve, accomplish, or acquire anything, including health or including financial abundance, is because I want to feel good. If I didn't think I would feel good for it, I wouldn't have any interest in those things. And I can actually take out the middleman, the middle woman, the middle thing, and instead of routing my happiness or my peace or my love or my experience of abundance through, a healthy body or through a romantic relationship or through more money, I can go directly to the source for it, experience it here and now, and then watch it all unfold for me sort of in magical and miraculous ways in the world.
Very, very powerful. And when we route it through something or someone, then it is based on a lot of physicality, a lot of other people's emotions and thoughts and expectations. And then inevitably that creates a disappointment because we're not routing it through ourself first and allowing ourselves to be the magnet of all that it is we desire and all that is there for us. We just simply need to send out that energy.
Isn't that the truth? I love that. I always joke, mostly with myself, because the one thing I'm aware of is like everything I ever say is first and foremost always meant for me. Somebody else finds something interesting in it, great, that's icing on the cake. But the one thing I say to myself and clients and friends is always, it's like we are what we seek, and we seek what we are. It's so silly. Like, can't we just stop that, right? Like,
Right.
everything you're looking for in the world really exists inside of you. And you know that because some days, for no good reason, you feel suddenly deeply blissful or suddenly very peaceful, or other days just really devastated and upset. Has anything objectively in your external circumstances and just situations or conditions changed at all? No. It can be that literally you'll have the same amount of money, maybe the same friends, maybe the same husband or wife, but you feel so differently one day as opposed to the next. That, for me, is an indication that what I'm looking for is actually deep inside me. And, you're so right about that, Sarah. I think, most of us, all of our senses, look, they face outward, right? Our eyesight and our hearing and our sense of smell and touch, it's all focused on the world. So it's understandable that we would be drawn away from the very source of health and wealth and happiness and abundance, which is inside of us, by these physical senses that seduce us into the world. But, you won't find happiness or peace or love or a true, lasting, abiding experience of abundance in the world. You only find that within, and then you see it reflected outside in the world once you find it within.
Once you find it within. And it's interesting when someone's mind is focused on, and I'll think of a time like when you have a headache. Sometimes we can wake up, we have a headache, and, oh my goodness, it's bothering us, and how am I going to get through my day? And we begin to go out into the world, and you're like, oh, my headache. And then something starts to capture your attention, and you begin to engage in conversation. Maybe it's even a good conversation, and suddenly your mind is no longer on the headache. And then when you realize about an hour later, wait a minute, my headache's gone. Because that which you focus your attention upon becomes that which you create, that's that which you exacerbate. So in the case of the headache, in case of fear, we will exacerbate fear if we focus on that fear. But Rob, when you were speaking a little earlier, I was thinking about some conversations I've had with clients. And sometimes someone comes before myself, before you, and here we are guiding and coaching and creating sacred space. And they're like, but I feel defeated. I feel hopeless. I feel as if I'm not meeting some goal of even for myself, and almost as if all my efforts have been futile. So when someone's coming from that place of feeling down, feeling defeated, not feeling as if they've accomplished enough in this lifetime, and it may even just be energetically or spiritually, and they just feel that sense of not good enough, how do we redirect that thought? Because to tell them to feel happy when they have virtually no feeling at all, how do they find happiness from emptiness?
Beautiful, beautiful question. The one tip and trick I've learned from experience, and from mostly doing it wrong early in my life, in my career, Sarah, is distraction. Like, I think oftentimes we want to meet these things head on, and we want to, either if we're the one sort of giving the coaching or the help, we want to tell the person, well, there's all these great things about you, and you need to focus on this and that. And that sometimes is doing it and going about it the hard way. I have found that distracting ourselves with something altogether different, a completely different topic, going for a walk, doing something completely and drastically different, ideally something that involves the body, is usually a much better technique, right? So when I have a coaching client, they're experiencing that or they're going through that, we'll touch on it for a second, and I might start to see and try to talk them off the ledge, so to speak, a little bit around that. But usually I'll find that they're more resistant than that, and they'll put up defenses and they'll explain, no, but you don't understand. You don't know me as well as I know me. I'm just no good, or I'm not beautiful, or whatever. And so instead of taking that approach, I've discovered that suddenly we'll just talk about something completely different. Like, what do you got planned for the weekend? And they'll say, oh, I might go to the movie. What are we going to go see? And we talk about an actor or an actress. And suddenly we're talking about something completely different, something they feel excited about. It's an intentional conversation where I'm doing everything I can to help them ramp up their emotion in a way that makes them feel good, but has nothing to do with the original topic. And all of a sudden, then after about 15, 20 minutes, we come back to the original topic, and they'll see it entirely differently. They'll see it in positive light again. Right. And so the key and the challenge is to realize and recognize that our thoughts and our perception is mood congruent. That means that we see through things through the filter of our mood. So when we're in a bad mood, everything looks bad. When we're in a good mood, everything looks good. And it has very little to nothing to do with the evidence at hand. Right? We often think, no, but I'm being objective and I'm being rational and I'm being logical about this. But we're not. We're being very much influenced by our mood, which colors our world in ways that we are often blind to. So the important thing, I think, is to distract yourself until you get your mood back into a place of sort of emotional neutrality or slightly above that, ideally a little positive, and then you can readdress or revisit that original topic, and you'll begin to see it completely differently.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. And everyone, this, of course, is being saved on Facebook. Go to SarahSpiritual for Facebook. You can hear this again. I think we've got some very valuable tips from Rob to stay centered and stay in our happiness energy. Rob, thank you so much for seeing me on Friday. It was great to be on your show, and I know you and I have some plans coming up, but we won't like tell everyone our big plans. But we've got some things coming up, everyone, that I know you're just going to want to be a part of. So keep an eye on Mr. Rob Mack, because he's got some special stuff going on. And what's the next big thing coming for you, Rob?
Oh my goodness!
Besides coming here.
Yes, that I'm going to tell you the truth, Sarah. I'm looking most forward to that, and I cannot say this sort of strongly enough. Every time I connect with you, I mean, I literally have shivers now as I think about you, and as I think about connecting with you, I always find myself so exhilarated, and I feel so alive. And so I'm most looking forward to that. I was planning on doing Pharrell, the singer and artist, does an event for the second year in a row called Something in the Water in Virginia Beach. It was going to happen on April 20th, but that's kind of on a holding pattern right now, so I was looking forward to doing that. We'll see what happens there. I'm focused on finishing 5 books that I've written over the last few years, and so I'm working out the final sort of finishing touches with those, and then really working on now thinking about the ways in which we can offer online seminars and workshops, maybe instead of some of the live ones I was doing. So that's what I'm most looking forward to. But above all else, just continuing the conversation with you, Sarah, in person, ideally.
Wonderful. I look forward to that. Rob, where can everyone find you? Give us some places to hit you up from. Where are you going to be?
Yeah, so first and foremost on your show. And then second of all, you can find me on all social media platforms at Rob Mack, M-A-C-K, official. You can find my book, Happiness from the Inside Out, everywhere great books are sold, including Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And you can find me at my website at CoachRobMack.com.
Wonderful. And you can get Rob's book at my center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I have my personalized signed copy, but you can get yours when Rob Mack comes into town, and we'll be doing some live things, and who knows, Rob, maybe we'll do something live online in the meantime, all this craziness dies down. Let's see what we can put together. Thank you, Rob, for taking time in your busy schedule. We so appreciate you, sending you much love and happiness for all the days to come.
Oh, I love you so much, Sarah.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye for now.
All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. If you're holding, don't you go anywhere. If you're on Facebook, we're coming right back. I've got to grab a message from my sponsors, and then we're coming back to answer your calls. Who knows who's going to come through, what messages we have. Stay with us, everyone. 888-565-1470. We're going to be right back.
I know you, have we met before? I've been standing in the room.
For soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can also visit www.SarahSpiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or SarahSpiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we want to thank Rob Mack for being in the house with us tonight. You can visit Rob Mack on Instagram, check out his page, go to his coaching. It's really a powerful tool, and we're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've had some people have been holding, and I got to get going, and we want to answer your questions. I've got to go to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to stay in South Florida for just a minute. I've got James. James, how you doing, James?
Okay, hey, Sarah.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm good, James. And how can I assist you tonight?
Well, it's been a while. I've been trying to touch base with you.
Really?
Yeah, but I had a couple of drop calls while I was on hold. Anyway, you know about the health situation that I had going on.
Yes. But we should be moving that along lately, yes? We should be at a next step on this process, yes? They're trying to slow you up?
Well, they said it's not aggressive anymore, that it's stable.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I've been approved for some experimental medication, and I'm waiting on FDA to sign off on me.
Okay.
I've got this thing still ongoing with the attorney.
Right.
And I'm trying to cash out on that. I'm ready to be done with that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be moving. Let's work with that one for a minute, okay, before we rattle off. There's something supposed to be working with that and supposed to be moving forward here. So let's give this another 3-4 months, and they should be pushing forward a bit more with this so we can kind of close out that chapter so you can get things back in order. It's unfortunate that a lot of things have piled up on you, against you, so to speak, is how you feel, that you can't seem to catch a break. But once one thing moves out of the way, I want you to think of dominoes. One thing moves, they all go, okay? Everything's going to fall. So it's a matter of you holding your stance, holding your presence, holding your connection, trusting that something good is going to come of all this at the perfect divine time, and just let it move. I also see assistance coming. Is there a program that you're looking into to assist you in putting something together from a business perspective, even though some of these things that you're waiting on haven't manifested? Did you talk to someone about assisting you in putting together a business or a not-for-profit, having nothing to do with waiting for something legal to settle out? Did you have a conversation with someone?
That's what I'd like to try to implement, or get someone that can tell me the best way to go about that. If I should do the nonprofit or the LLC.
It's there for you, James. You're man, get out of your head. Like, it's you can call LegalZoom. You can make a phone call. You can get the information. Someone can tell you the difference between the two. Then you can feel what resonates with you. Then you can talk to someone. Then you can get something in motion. Whether you're going to get a 501c, that requires some paperwork, a lot of paperwork. But who's going to assist you with that?
The business plan on up.
Exactly. So what is your next step? You're thinking, but hear me. You're holding yourself in a pattern, waiting for something else to drop or fall. But the moment of now is here. It's in the energetic field. We don't need something else to happen for you to create your desire and your destiny. This is just like holding on to fear and robbing ourselves of joy. You're holding on to waiting for an expectation of something in the physical. When I tell you in the asking it is done, in the energetic field it is already done, in the energy that I see before you, it is there for you. Your healing is there for you. Your business is there for you. It's all there for you. So do not let the illusion of man and the decisions of man slow you down. It is coming. That will come in divine perfect time. In the meantime, something else can get moving, and it will all meet perfectly in the middle and go forward for you.
Okay. Is there anything that Spirit wants, a message that Spirit has for me?
What the heck? You think I was just babbling out to you here?
No, okay, well.
I see it. I see it. It's all there for you. It's all there for you. You know, wedding. Why are they talking about a wedding? Are we supposed to renew vows, or is there a wedding anniversary or something? What are they talking about a wedding?
Well, Father's Day is going to be our fourth anniversary.
Okay.
Of us, being together.
And have we talked about doing something for the wedding anniversary? Was this just a recent conversation?
Well, we haven't gotten married. I don't know.
Okay. So there's a wedding.
She says, "Oh, we don't have to be married, to be together forever."
Okay, you need to put her on the phone with SarahSpiritual, because yes, you do have to be married to be together forever. She needs to keep it moving.
Well, I'm trying to. I've called already to set an appointment for her and I.
Wonderful.
She's had some issues with her mom, and her mom is now in the wheelchair. So
yes, I have her mom here on the paper. I wrote mom here, mother here. Yes, right. So we're going to have to navigate that with her in her session. Mom's energy is starting to go down. So that's something that the wheels of time are moving on this one here.
And I'm very concerned about it. She was supposed to go over this month, and that was the whole issue about trying to get her in to see you.
Right.
Because, she teaches during the day, so she can only see you like on a weekend.
Okay.
So I've been trying, if you had a cancellation last week, I would have got her there. But, I need her to come and sit with you on this very strongly.
Are you on my books for Saturday coming up? Are you on the schedule already?
I certainly hope so.
Okay, well, if you called and made an appointment,
what I'll do, I'll call tomorrow and make sure he's got me on the book.
No, I'll just look for your name. That's not a problem, James. Don't worry about it. I'll check into it. All right.
Okay.
If you gave Andrew your information, I'm sure he put you right in. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good at his job. I just want you to know he's good at his job. So that's what he'll tell us.
All right. I appreciate that very much.
All right.
So.
Thank you, James. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you soon.
God bless
Thank you. Bye for now.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Bye. 888-565-1470. I just love how the loved ones on the other side are in and they're seeing a wedding. So we're going to have to talk to this wonderful woman and tell her, listen, you're going to be walking down the aisle whether you like it or not. So we're going to have to get her down, even if I have to sing the Ave Maria. We are going to Pembroke Pines. I got Sue. Sue is on the line. Sue, how are you? Oh, I like the way that sounds. Sue, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, Sue. Sounds a little crackly over there by you.
Yeah, I heard that on the last phone call too. I'm not sure. I guess it's my phone. I don't know.
It might be your phone, but we'll give it a whirl here, Sue. So as long as the noise doesn't distract me from my connection, we will be good. And the first thing I have for you is I got a new attitude. I got a fresh start. We got to wipe the slate clean here, Miss Sue. There's opportunities coming for you. You're working on putting something together for yourself, a project right now, please?
I'm doing two things. I'm putting feelers out for a new day job, for new employment.
Okay.
That's number one. And the number two is I'm starting a business, a healing practice.
Okay, wonderful. That's the project that they're talking about. You can put your feelers out for a job. That's great. A wonderful mazel tov. Have fun with that. But the healing practice is important. And then there's also a book that you're going to put together because of the healing practice.
Okay.
All right, because they give me the word, the book, and the Archangel Gabriel brings me in that pen, that plume, that bit of information for you so that you could write what you need to write. There's a protocol coming. The healing practice, we are working on a few more modalities. Is that correct, Sue?
I'm taking guidance from Spirit and developing it as I go.
Okay.
It's usually involving music.
Okay. There's some other learning that's going to come with all that as well. It doesn't necessarily have to come from directly from a person, but there's an evolution coming for you, a transformation, Sue, that is going to give you a strong foundation that will kind of build you a little stronger in what you're doing here, okay?
Okay.
And when I put you in the month of May, I feel like that's when things really start to get rolling for you. Do you have a timeline on this?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Put it out there in the energetic field. May seems like a time for you. You're going to be doing this practice at a location, a spot, yes?
I have. I actually have an office space.
Okay, great. Because
my friend is sharing her space with me.
Okay, great. I see you in a spot, and I see things being busy in May. So this is what we're shooting for. This is what we're going to create. That's the energy that I see. One-to-one and then small groups. Yes? Yes, please?
I do healing one-to-one, or I've done actually large groups too.
Okay, but in your space, I see small groups. Yes, we can't quite hold a large group in there. I see you doing one-to-one and small groups. Yes, well, I see a few people in the room. I also see one person in the room. So this is what I see coming for you. I have to draw your attention to Kuan Yin, Mother of Compassion and Prosperity and Love. She steps forward to be with you. So connect to Kuan Yin. Use her in some of the work of compassion and healing that you offer. She offers divine wisdom as well. She steps forward to be of great assistance to you. Of course, we know Archangel Raphael is going to work with you directly. Sue, you are on your path of destiny. Do not lose yourself in the energy of work or job, because if you lose yourself in work or job, you get burnt out doing both. So get some employment that is going to keep you moving forward enough to just kind of keep you going. And just trust that the healing is going to build momentum, and then you'll be able to sustain yourself with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Sue. Is this your first time calling?
No, I've called you before, and I've actually come up to your center and seen you a couple times.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I do hope we see you again. And Sue, I would love to have you participate in our apprentice program. Pop on over to my website, SarahSpiritual.com. It just might give you some of the tools that may be of assistance to progress you quickly in the path that you're on.
Okay.
All right, Sue. Thank you. God bless you. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, I've got to go to New York. I've got to go all across the nation. 1-888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. Don't you go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There, you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with SarahSpiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call SarahSpiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message SarahSpiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
And we are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. And we've got to go to New York. New York, it's a heck of a town. Let's see what's going on in New York with Barbara. Barbara, how are you?
I'm okay, Sarah. And you?
I'm doing great, Barbara. So how are things in New York City?
So-so.
So-so.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I assist you tonight, Barbara?
Okay, what good news you have for me for the 2020?
What good news do I have for you?
I just clear it up for me.
You know, Barbara, one of the interesting things about you is that no matter how tough things get around you, you always manage. You know this, yes?
I realize that, but sometimes I don't know how I manage.
Then you don't need to know. You need to allow
Okay.
God to take care of it. You see, that's how God proves his greatness, that he can always, or the being of the energy can surround you and attract the opportunities and things that you need so that you will be okay. Barbara, when I look at this energy, the first thing they make me aware of is that this is a year of personal joy, personal power, empowerment for you. This is a year for you to really move yourself forward and for you to really seek, and I know this is going to sound a little weird to you because you've been by yourself for a while, seek partnership, love partnership. I see love partnership coming for you.
You see that?
I see that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? Well, what kind of answer is that, Barbara? Like, what's up with that? Like, what? Uh-oh.
Love partnership coming from me.
All right,
Okay,
universe,
I'm
cancel.
waiting.
No, cancel the order, universe, because she said, uh-oh, what's up? Barbara, this is a time because you are ready for partnership. You are tired of doing things by yourself. There is an opening coming for you to meet someone of substance. I'm not just saying Mr. Johnny come lately. I'm saying someone of substance is coming who will capture your attention. Now, my spirit guides do tell me it's a little hard because you're not really out and about that much, but it's time. You're not out and about meeting too many people, but there's going to come an opportunity where you will be in a place where you will meet someone. I'm not talking online dating. You will meet someone through someone at an event or a family or a gathering, something together. I know we're not talking to most of the family, so I know it's not really your family. Forget your family. We're going to leave them on the side. But when we move the energy around, I see this energy coming for you. So I want you to be open and trust that something is coming. I also see, I know that work has been spotty. They tell me it's been spotty. We can't quite seem to get enough consistent work to move forward. But there is more work coming to you. They also slapped down in front of me some kind of paperwork. Something got held up, but it should be resolved now. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I should have called you to tell you that story. It's over. I'm going to get, I think I need a reading soon.
Okay, but you see, I just see the paperwork resolved. I see it stamped, resolved, and done, correct?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
It's resolved from September.
And I do believe Spirit gave you a timeline as to when it was going to come. So I feel like we were on track with something around that.
You were more than on track.
Okay, good.
And actually, what you told me, it was more than that, bigger than that.
Good.
Final.
Boom, stamped and done. They passed the paper to me. Boom, stamped and done. So this is all good. So now we're really ready to live life. And this is your power, your personal power, your time to embrace yourself and invite love in your life. So it's time to get yourself moving forward. A great opportunity coming for you. All right?
Okay, thank you.
So it looks like it's going to be a good 2020. 2019 closed it out, and 2020 is going to just... You raise me up so I can walk on mountains. Up you're going to go, my dear, okay?
Okay,
all right,
I'll let you know everything.
I look forward to it. Barbara, for our listening audience, because I met you via phone years ago. What are we on, like 13 years now?
I guess so.
Something like that, right? So, keep listening, honey. Thank you for following the show, and just trust Spirit, because as you can see, Spirit will never forsake you. Thank you, Barbara, for listening.
Sharon, thanks.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got to go from New York to Tampa. I got Julian on the line. Julian, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm really good. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Is this your first time calling?
It's my first time calling into the show, but we've had a couple of readings before.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for following me. I appreciate that. So, Julian, as I look here at this energy, I see you've got a journey ahead of you.
Okay.
And it's a soul journey. It's like the meaning of life, your purpose, your passion. It's like you're really trying to get yourself on the track that's the destiny of your life. Is that true, Julian?
Absolutely.
Yes. And I'm also, they give me a box, they give me a gift. So they make me feel as if there's a gift they have. You ask the universe for something, you ask them to deliver something or to get you some next step for yourself. And it's coming in a gift wrap package. So it may not be literal, but they give me a box and they lift off the top, and then there's exactly what you asked for. It's almost like fairy godmother drops it off right for you. So I feel as if there's a next step we have to do for work, for career, to get you moving forward. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why are you laughing? Did I miss something?
I'm laughing because you still blow me away every single time, Sarah.
Oh, well, honey, I see it. I see the gift. I see the box. I see us moving. I see everything falling into place for you. You have to trust this process here, and you have to accept within self that this is your destiny, that you are worthy, and that even though things may seem a little unsteady at times, one foot in front of the other, everything's going to fall into place for you.
Thank you.
There's a woman who stands connected to you. I place her mother's side, mother's mother, over grandmother's sister. Your grandmother had a sister. There's a woman, but she doesn't stand in grandmother position. She stands over. She tells me that there's destiny for greatness for you. Okay?
Wow.
And it's in the lineage of strong females. Your mother's strong, your mother's strong energy, yes?
Right, yes.
You come from a line of tough cookies, they tell me. Not chocolate chip cookies, tough cookies. And I see that energy there, but this woman is connected to grandma on the side, so it makes me feel like a sister, someone connected to her in that lineage, all right? This woman tells me that there's destiny that's great for you. You're moving yourself forward. Recognition comes for you. And was there an idea, thought, concept of move coming up for you that you're thinking about?
Yes.
Okay. This move will come in due time. I don't know that everything's in order yet. I feel like something has to be decided or done, and then we can move, yes?
Yeah, I think, just where I'm going to go career-wise, where I'm going to turn next. What's my big career move? I think that's what I'm waiting to decide on.
Okay. I feel like you'll make the right decision at the perfect time. And Julianne, even if you can't come to see me in person at the center, we can do a phone session. So if you'd like to consult with me in specificity as to plan A or plan B, I'd be happy to be of assistance for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Julianne, for following the show. I greatly appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye,
Bye for
Sarah.
now. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to pull a question from Facebook. How are my friends on Facebook doing? I bet they're feeling a little lonely over here. We got to pop on into Facebook and see what's going on. We've got Patricia MacArthur. Patricia says, would love some spiritual guidance. Patricia, what's wonderful about your energy is that you have passed through a lot of bumps in the road and you've still managed to keep your attitude in alignment and put your eyes on the heavens, your eyes up, trusting that Source God is always with you. When I move you forward, Patricia, I know that this year is going to be a powerful year. It's going to be a year of heartfelt sentiment and love for yourself and others. And I actually feel like it'll be a big spiritual shift that's going to come to you. And that shift that happens is coming because you've asked for evolution and connectivity and knowing that you are one with divine supreme energy. I will tell you, Patricia MacArthur, I do see some extra money coming your way. So why don't you keep yourself open for that? Because the universe, show me the money. The universe is going to show you the money, Patricia MacArthur. And I would love to see you cash in on that. I'm going to kind of pull you over to March 31st to April 30th. That's the window. So look for some extra money to come to you during that time. Well, before we go to close out the show, I've got to just jump right back on the phone lines for a minute. I've got to grab Jasmine. Jasmine's in West Palm Beach. Jasmine, how you doing? What's going on? How can I assist you? We got like 2 minutes. What's up?
Hey, Sarah. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I really just need some guidance as far as business and job, career is concerned. I talked to you a few weeks ago in reference to my brother, and
all right, so Jasmine, I'm gonna move you right through, okay? Because we talked about your brother, but let me talk about your job right now. So close the door, and make a change. You're feeling a push to make a change. You're feeling a push to kind of feel something different, to have a different result, to have a different flow of money coming to you. This is true, yes, Jasmine?
Yes.
Okay. And you're feeling a little overwhelmed and kind of, put out almost. So makes me feel as if you're doing a lot and not feeling like you're getting reward. But Spirit tells me to tell you patience. It's not quite the time yet. So you want to allow this to unfold. And when I spin you out, we probably want you to stay where you are for just a period of time. May take you all the way to July. So keep your feelers out, keep your eyes open. Begin conversations, see what's out there. But in the meantime, you need a singleness of purpose, an idea, divine blueprint of what you want your work environment to be like, what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like, what you're going to earn, and what nuances, what changes. We're going to have a slightly different look as to what your task and core competency is going to be, because you're not quite stepping into your passion just yet. And this is going to come in the envisioning session that you're going to spend time with yourself. And then as you move yourself into the next 3 months, you'll have a much clearer idea. And then you will have become the point of attraction to attract what you want. Jasmine, that's what I got for you. They're kind of getting the hook and pulling me off. So I've got to let you go, but I do hope we connect. Come visit me at the center. You live in West Palm, so pop on over to the center. I would love to see you there. All right, my dear?
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye for now. So you heard me invite Jasmine. I invite all of you. Come to the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Go to SarahSpiritual.com. You can learn more about my center, We are fully stocked with books, wonderful spiritual cards. We've got incense, we've got crystals, we've got jewelry. We've got a whole bunch of goodies there, and a lot of my personally blended products that shift your energy and assist you in your spiritual transformation. I would just love to meet you personally and have a personal session. You can learn more about my sessions at SarahSpiritual.com as well. I want to thank you for sharing time and space with me tonight. I know it's a little awkward these times. Don't let the fear grab you. Trust that you have the power to transcend all of this. Remember, I am light, I am love, I am well, and I can do anything. Stay in tune with us, everyone. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Follow the show. Join us on Sunday for a Sunday Fun Day. As always, I appreciate you. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on